India's unemployment rate has hit a 4-month high in December 2021. It was revealed in the data from the Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. But why is the unemployment rate so high and how is it really calculated? Well, let's decode that for you. What is the current unemployment rate? The unemployment rate rose to 7.9% in December from 7% in November, its highest since 8.3% in August. The urban unemployment rate rose to 9.3% in December from 8.2% the previous month, with the rural unemployment rate that was up by 7.3% from 6.4%. Now, economic activity and consumer sentiment have been hit in the South Asian nation after a rise in the cases of Omicron variant and social distancing restrictions in many states. So how is it really calculated? Unemployment occurs when a person who is actively searching for a job is unable to find one. It is often used as a measure of the health of the economy. The most frequent measure of unemployment, of course, is the unemployment rate. It has a simple formula for calculation, which is the number of unemployed people divided by the number of people in the labor force and multiply that figure by 100. National Sample Survey Organization defines unemployment and employment on 3 bases. 1, people who are working, of course, engaged in economic activity, those are called employed. Number 2, people who are seeking a job or are available for work, they are called unemployed. And number 3, people who are neither seeking nor available for work. Now, the first 2 constitute the labor force, and the unemployment rate here is the percent of the labor force that is without work. The measurement of unemployment. Now, in order to find out whether an individual is employed or unemployed, it needs to be first determined whether the person belongs to the labor force or not. Therefore, NSSO generally uses 3 approaches to measure that. The usual status approach here. In this approach, only those people are considered as unemployed who had no gainful work for a long time during the 365 days preceding the date of the survey. The weekly status approach. In this approach, people who did not have gainful work even for an hour on any day of the week preceding the date of the survey are considered as unemployed. The daily status approach. Under this approach, the unemployment status of a person is measured for each day in a reference week. A person having no gainful work even for 1 hour in a day is described as unemployed for that day. Why does India have such a high unemployment rate? The COVID-19 pandemic has contributed a lot in increasing the unemployment rate in India. Secondly, employment in India is largely informal in nature and wages are quite low for that. And lately, graduate youths find it quite difficult to find skillful jobs that may just suit their education levels and rather prefer to remain unemployed than employed. Also, in many instances, the education that the youth receive is of such quality that they are not employable and industry does not find them skillful enough to employ.